me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in. Soon, there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldarians. Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldarian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
I'm not paid to debate with...
Between you and me, I don't think there are enough Flaming Fists here for these refugees. Us Baldurians can't feel safe with so many of them roaming about without proper supervision.
Let's hope Archduke Gortash can make a difference.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
File a report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You found some place we can
Coddling these vagabonds, and don't give a rat's ass about honest...
I took you for one of them for a moment. The refugees, that is. You're a recent arrival for sure, still bearing dust from the road. But you have something they lack. Dignity. These wretches have nowhere to call home, nothing to live off but what they carry, and nobody to help them but themselves. And me, of course. Me? I lighten their load. You'd be shocked by the sort of things they bring with them. Alas, you can't eat grandmother's ashes, nor can you easily trade a golden candelabra for a bowl of soup. That is where I come in. Liquidity. Their heirlooms for my gold.
File a report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're coddling these vagabonds, and don't give a rat's ass about honest citizens.
Oh, gods. Not another protester. Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
Any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
Back off and return to your homes. That's an order.
That ox again.
Stay back.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
My! The fates move in strange and scrumptious ways. I am delighted to see you again. After our little interlude at last light, I was worried you'd gone quite mad. Did it? I'm not so sure. I'm not in the city yet, you see. I'd quite like to get inside, but it's difficult to shuffle your way to the top of the queue when you're, well, as big as an ox. But what if I was smaller? more discreet. Maybe then a kind soul might bring me through. Right in their little pocket. I don't think you want to travel this road, my friend. All I wanted was a bit of hay, a good brushing, and a clean stall. The simple life. Is that so much to ask?
Sometimes the only way out is through.
I did not ever look at an ox quite the same.
Something over there. Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
See it? It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. I'm afraid there's nobody else.
Well, hello.
I know, little one. You'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
You have everything
Still
you want
alive,
for supper.
so that's progress.
All the treats your tummy can handle.
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
Who are you calling this?
Don't be scared.
There is so much wrong with that name.
Nearly there now. You can see
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
Not if they're trying to help themselves to other people's property. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. Excuse me? I'm exceedingly charitable. Ask anyone in this wretched town. It's one thing to donate extremely generously to those less fortunate than oneself, and quite another to give away one's entire house. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them.
I guess we're all you've got then.
Fine.
Come on, boys.
No, 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 no. Don't you dare lay a finger on them.
Job done. Whatever's left is yours to sort out.
Something over there.
The Rivington rats don't waste any time, do... Anyway, I have a lot to do now, those squatters. I go away for a few days and the place is ruined.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
What now? Easy.
Trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought. careful not to trigger that thing.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Caution is warranted here.
Traps. How considerate. Be careful. There are traps about.
I'm not if you don't get out of there, I'm going to have to make you.
Not these
Oh,
intruders.
You'll be in
Gonna
a
get
big...
your dogs to butcher my wife and kid, are you?
That's not what I meant. But if you do insist on continuing to be difficult...
I'm never allowed sweet things right before bed.
One time we'll make an exception.
Stay back.
As long as you stop
Stay
talking and
back.
start walking
You're
right
in
now.
my house.
The house was empty. Criminals, and we won't have them.
File a report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're cuddling these.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia!
If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home. Either they leave or I'll make them. Zenobia!
You paid us to protect you and your... As I said.
Fuck. Please
Anything you want for supper. They were provoked. The child was poking and prodding them while they were trying to work.
I'll do it my way.
Still on my feet. No choice but to keep going.
want from me? Well, with the... All right, now I have to figure out what I'm going to... A room can wait. After what you've put me through.
Think about it. They're stuck here with no point and nothing to do.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. Thanks. Same way lots of us did. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you? We will stay. For now. Thank you. And may Torm keep you.
Threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
I might.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
Not brave, Ben. She's just learned to stay silent to avoid causing trouble.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
Peace. What peace? Haven't you heard
Never a
there's
dull
an
moment.
army marching through the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Trap. Be cautious.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Step carefully. There's a trap. Step carefully. There's a trap.
Trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought.
Be careful. There are traps about. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Trap. Be cautious.
hardly the home of a sweet, generous soul. It might be worth looking into his donations. Who knows what he's been giving?
Seek and you shall find me.
She'll be all right. She's a brave girl. We'll get through this.
What in the hells was that?
Felt like a quick fit to topple Ramazeth's tower.
To threaten us. To threaten the children. Cinta was trembling.
don't have to leave, I'm gonna...
Good thing you sorted that out. I was this close to chucking a knife right between that trollop's eyes.
At least we'll have some peace now.
Peace? What peace? Haven't you heard there's an army marching towards the city?
Better to be within its walls than without, Martha. At least here we stand a chance.
Sorry, you have redcaps working in your circus?
Do you think Dribbles was an animal?
The most excellent supply of potions from the Velvety
Armor, blades, the Rivington General.
Welcome it. No doubt you came here to... Yes, I seem to have it. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? Wonderful. I provide a personalized... Tell me, how do you like to kill? Oh, go on. Tell me how you kill. Come, we're all friends here, no need. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? I can see it in your eyes. One more. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? You'll do so much.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come? He'll find you when you find the...
Orin's a shapeshifter. That should make things interesting.
You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward!
I'm not paying
If you
to
don't
babysit
get out of there, I'm going to have to make you.
You're going to hire.
Oh, yeah. You'll be in a big... soon.
You have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy. What in the hells was that?
I'm never allowed...
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
The house was empty.
How many...
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweet. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
This is my house. Zenobia and I are just navigating a slight contractual disagreement. Not that it's any of your concern. Agreement? I got nothing to say to them. You don't exactly look desperate for gold, but I can't help but admire such solid business acumen. Very well. Get the...
Do you think you're clever? We were about to make a...
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I think you're overestimating your abilities somewhat. But I haven't got time for this. Come on, boys.
There is so much wrong with that name.
But you'll be in a big...
I see those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next? Same way lots of us did. If you had the chance to put a roof over your family's heads after being on the run for Torm knows how long, wouldn't you? Make it quick if you... What's the word? Can we stay? I don't want to take charity from some stranger. But I will. For the sake of my daughter, thank you. We'll get going as soon as we've got our things together.
What are you calling this some business?
Finally, those awful squatters are gone. I can feel everything unclenching already. Here's your payment, as we agreed. I've got so much to do now, I'd really better get on with it. Excuse me, would you?
Here with no coin and nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees.
See the city.
Just like that.
Up on the hill.
Cleaning, cooking, construction.
I go away for a few days and the place is ruined.
What do you get out?
Look, I really don't have time to... thank you so much for your interest.
Coin.
No, but you'll be in a big... soon.
Anything you want for supper.
Bloody squatters. I should
Not asking
put bear
for
traps
much.
under the windows next time.
See investment to get me started. Uh-huh. What are you calling this new business?
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. Catchy, right?
The child was poking them.
Where is my candle?
There is so much wrong with that
They
name.
take...
Should arrest you all for gross negligence. Not a chance. Your mother will kill you.
Let the kid come. He wants to teach me.
Never travel without what are you doing with the guards? We're not getting past that checkpoint without the right papers.
Is the sword cause careers or nothing?
Inside the city. Said you'd do whatever it takes.
I think that's what
That was before I saw the giant metal monsters
It's a
guarding the
racket, is
checkpoint.
what it is.
What's the word?
The wilds.
A few days in a jail cell? At least we'd have a bed.
Worst that can happen is one of those steel watchers stamping us into the dirt.
Costumes don't drool down.
Teensy investment to get me started.
Zog said to leave, so we're leaving. End of story.
They let in another horde of refugees this morning. When did...
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Clubs, swords, maces, bows, cutting and gutting galore. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? I provide a personalised service for my customers to make sure the weapon I choose is the perfect fit. Tell me, how do you like to kill? I see. Playing to your strengths. Keeping things simple. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? Call it professional curiosity. Now tell me, how does killing make you feel? I can see it in your eyes, though. You can't help feeling a tingle of pleasure all the same. One more question, if you'll humour me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? There's a killer inside you, isn't there? It wouldn't take much to push you over the edge.
So, you're the lick-spittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall. Have you come begging, sniffing for our stones? Gortash won't like that. A throat his black hand can't choke the spit from. Oh, you could kill him. Let him close and make him feel the tickle of your blade between his ribs. When you find the lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
So Orin is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
All right. Where are you? You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward. Don't dare lie to me, I'm gonna knock that smirk right off your face. Oh, you're not wrong. Feels like my brain's been drawn on the anvil. I need a bloody drink.
Let the kid come. He wants to teach them refugees a lesson, right?
Right. Baldur's Gate.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced or because this group is full of weirdos.
Who's travelling alone? Or any stupid enough to leave?
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
Let's go inside. Don't be scared.
Armour, blades, the Rivington General.
Good job, Kang. It should last us the journey.
It won't. Soon the bastards run.
What do you want now? And go down to the bloody shop.
Soon. If we do this right.
What's the rush, Sob? Can't we stay here for a bit?
The absolute stars will
Figure something out.
Flaming Fist will start clearing outsiders from Rivington and the refugee camp soon. Mark my words.
Welcome to the Rivington General.
Hi! Want a blade? Or a bow? Or a dagger? Or maybe a spear is more your thing? You look like you know how to use a spear. By spear. What'd you say? Huh? Yep, that's me. On the outside, but he's a softy at heart, like molten steel. Also, he's a living legend. Do you know he's won Best Smith in Rivington 7 years in a row? And he says that if I move enough stock, I might even get to have a go on the anvil. Oh, yay! Want more? Want...
Guild robbers they take your gold, but they leave your ribs intact.
Fretting. The steelboard will need to stop with them. The prior one have mercy.
Flaming Fist investigation underway. Stay back.
Take me to my cherished Shira, and thy reward shall be plenty.
If you won't help us, at least let the children in. They've had nothing but...
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered. The best of us. Mate.
To welcome all into his embrace.
We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
Thank you, stranger. Father Lorgan's passing has saddened us all.
Passing? He was murdered by one of the fugitives he was harboring.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid. Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
For us to decide who deserves Ilmater's grace.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear?
To claim to know the Lord's will is blasphemy.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater. Thank you. I wouldn't normally speak so harshly, but these are rather unique circumstances. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our High Priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder, and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target. Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power... Well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder. Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence. Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really. I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit. Sharetta's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case. I really hope you find some...
If you won't help us, at least let the children in.
There must be something.
Stillman is dead.
Page material.
This does not bode well.
That'll make a great headline.
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Well met, citizen.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
I am a Steel Watcher, citizen. Here to serve the people of Baldur's Gate in the name of Lord Enver Gortash.
State your business. Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still. The Watcher will communicate with our new intelligence directorate. They'll determine if you're a threat to the city. Upstanding citizens have no reason to fear. And you are an up...
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence await your party's prior transgressions. It has heard the howl. It has seen the deep shadow. It knows the cold. The Watcher speaks directly.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly. Please comply now, citizen.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Those little bastards, or I'll have your heads!
Back from Elturel. Did you hear? Place fell clear down to the hells. What I wouldn't give to grab a flag and let it you.
I'd probably break his nose. Good point.
I found so many victims for Cazador here. They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Welcome to the Caress, an oasis of pleasure.
Gods, you're beautiful.
We both know what it is capable of, but I'm not touching it. Good. I wouldn't have anyway. I had nothing for so long. Nothing. Not even my own body. I will not give it up. Now it's mine again.
I want to give it a good rumple.
Yeah, well, this time they won't steal it for life. They're really quite boat in me, and it helps me feel a friend.
Both of us
Does this thing with her whip where you're on all fours and... Why does One's Crossing have so few lodgings? We need at least a double bed.
Birthday boy's just nervous, but don't worry. Everyone in Sharess's caress is a...
Great! We can bunk with 10 other people and pray none of them have sticky fingers. We'd be better off sleeping in the gutter than that den of iniquity.
Sharess's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. It's dancing, dinner, haven't we lingered?
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
You are safe, my love. I'm here.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be? Come back soon.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
Don't you two have rocks for brains? What were you thinking?
Here.
Elf. Such temptation. I loved many in my day, but never one so fair. Grace. Elegance just waiting to be shattered. Oh, yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
You have the key to my heart in that.
A weary traveller, battered and bruised. You come for sustenance, no, decadence. A mien cool as ice, yet eyes burning hot. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Am I? It's Fionn you. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a...
Not so loud! Don't touch me.
An elf. Grace. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she give... Of course you wouldn't. Who can... It's Fionn. Well, we've other ways to fill your void.
That blacksmith was paying me to
I
use
put it on
tramping
especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a good rumple.
A drow or a drink, sweeting. There is no thirst I cannot quench. Twins, yes. Hands of such skill they could turn stone to silk. Your body could suffer no knot they can't untangle. They're through the curtain to the right. You'll need coin and stamina in abundance to enjoy their services, but the gold will be as well spent as you are.
I want to give it a good...
A sturdy dwarf. Sweeting, are you blushing? There is no shame in pleasure, even less when the pleasure is pain. It's Fion. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another.